but since then, economic routes have included tourism. Obviously, we have resorts on the west side here, on the sunset side, the sunny side, but it's still not as attractive a location as Maui or even Oahu when people want to do shopping in Waikiki. And coming here, I don't know, it almost seems cliche to say because it's something people here say so much, but maybe it's something that people on the mainland don't really understand, is that it is a very poor place here. It is a welfare state. It might be blue politically, but being here is a very strange place because you have Walmart and Kmart and the familiar American road landscape, but kind of transposed onto this tropical culture, seemingly erasing whatever was here before in terms of the architecture, the landscape. And, it is more sensitive to Hawaiian culture here than, for example, in New York City or Seattle it is to Native American culture from the tribes there, because it's more recent. Maybe people learned their lesson. But that being said, there are, I don't know, it seems like a tired story of like a land being overworked and then it being turned to tourism. It's, people have made comparisons to Jamaica or Fiji. So tourism here isn't as great. It's a newer island, the volcanic flows, so the beaches aren't as, soft as the beaches in Maui, which is an older island, or Oahu, which is an older island. There are a few beaches here, where they dredge sand from the ocean to bring it in to make it more attractive. But a lot of the beaches are rocky. A lot of the beaches, aren't the most pleasant for surfing compared to Maui and Oahu. So tourism here is limited, and chains like the Sheraton and Four Seasons, etc., Marriott, do employ local people, but they're not community business ventures by any means. And new things that have been trying to bring an economy include coffee. Kona coffee is huge. It's actually grown right around where we live in Holualoa, where the temperature and climate is just perfect. And also beer with Kona Brewing Company. Maui's trying to get into it too with Maui Brewing Company. And then a local place is the Big Island Brewhouse. Ooh, Physics of Love. I wish that would show up better. That's an important one. So I don't think any of these economic experiments have been super successful. I met someone here that, the state of Hawaii invested in something called Honua Studios, which was kind of an incubator here for people doing new media projects, video production projects, film projects. But, there isn't as much a market here for that industry. You can't just plant something like that and expect local people to pick up the kind of millennial freelancing type job where everyone's, highly skilled with computers and cameras and social media. It's like a lot of it comes down to the education. I've heard some of the public schools are really great, but there definitely is that dynamic of public schools being a lot of Hawaiian and Asian kids, and then the private schools being all these white kids. I went to a middle school basketball game where there was an away team that was coming from like Exeter or something like that, playing the local team, and that was all Hawaiian, all very dark skinned. And it just feels like weird. It's like, I don't know, I guess they thought just using the same exact system on the mainland here would be successful, but seeing how Big Island is a brain drain, and that a lot of the people here that are educationally inspired, a lot of them go to the mainland for college for that educational opportunity. There's a university in Hilo, there's a community college in Kona, but a lot of young people that I meet here that are educated came from the mainland. I haven't met that many people that are from here that, are what we consider the millennial educated professional type that you see in their mid-20s, like the people that maybe that's the demographic that I belong to. And I think the young people you do see here are here for what the territory provides as economic incentive, or career incentive. A lot of people work in the diving industry, doing the manta ray tours, the dolphin tours, snorkeling for tropical fish. So a lot of people work on the boats, and it has kind of a college-y culture where a lot of people are in the mid-20s, a lot from the mainland doing some soul searching here in Hawaii, smoking weed and partying and camping and hanging out with your coworkers type energy. You work on the boat all day, and then you go get drinks after, and then you do it all again, and you're in the sun all day, and you make enough to live all right, and that's just kind of how it goes. And then you have YWAM and University of Nations here, which pulls Christian missionaries to the Big Island as a kind of stopping point in their training of going out to spread the gospel. So you get a lot of young, rich white people from the mainland that pay an exorbitant annual fee to come get that training or certification, and then you see a group of 8 of them, all smiles, looking like a Macy's commercial, playing volleyball on the beach. There's a cafe run by one of the churches where they're all extremely friendly. There's a Mormon church here. There are some churches here that have the aesthetics of the white mega church, of that kind of slick but boring graphic design on the big vinyl stretched banner inviting you to come worship on Sundays. So you do see those 2 young people, the young Christian missionary and the diver bro, all genders of diver bros. I shouldn't say all genders, men and women. But something that is cool is something that I wish I knew more about is how Japanese and Korean people got here. I saw a book at the used bookstore about Koreans and how they got to Hawaii. It was kind of a anthropological booklet report type thing. But I think it's been Lane. That's great. Is it more in focus here? Oh my god, it is. I should have been sitting here the whole time. Oh my god, look how sharp it is. Should I refocus? Let's refocus. Oh my god. I'm so stupid. Look how sharp that is. Okay, I'm gonna keep that there. What was I saying? Oh my god. I should be leaning a bit forward then, right? I mean, it makes more sense to focus it from back. I fucking love this. Jesus. It's so great. So yeah, the Christians and the divers, but the Japanese and Koreans. It has been really amazing to be in a place where I feel for the first time like I'm part of, this is too good. Where I feel like I'm part of the majority. There are Asian people in Seattle, but Redmond not so much. New York, there's people of all colors, but it's not. I go to Chinatown and I see Chinese people. It's not like I go to Koreatown because it's really expensive and I don't live in Flatbush. It's a bit far. So being here and seeing people that look like me has been really new. Very cool. I guess this is how other people feel all the time.